Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we this evening? I am back. I'm currently just me, myself, and I. So we got another race around France tonight, Tier 2. So the Tier 2 guys are going to be taking on France. What an epic night it was last night. Um, Absolutely class performance from our talent tier drivers doing the business round there. 15 starting, 15 finishing. Well, no safety cars either, so what an absolute cracking evening indeed. So there we go. Right, let's have a little bit of the tunage in the background, shall we? There we go. A little bit of background tunage. Oh, Prezi coming in with the two gifted subs. What an absolute legend, Mr. Prezi. Good evening to you. And well, there we go. So we're well on our way to our 50 subs we're aiming for. So yeah, lovely jubbly. Thank you very much, sir. And I did notice that there was a gifted sub or something along the lines of that sent last night, but for some reason it did not appear. But there we go. So that will be there as well. Right then, the track for tonight. Here we are back in France. Do love this track, to be fair. It was really good last night. Talent tier, brilliant round there. Some fantastic bit of driving. Finn, that's my name. That's my name, Mrs. P. Mrs. P is in the chat. Hello, Mrs. P. Mrs. P's going, hey, probably got to check my messages. Discord. Oh, I'm in Discord. Here I come. Da, da, da. Yes, hello. Yes, I can see you've tagged me in Discord, yes. What's occurring? What's occurring? I had a little laugh with my name being on the vote for poll. Hey, gotta be done. Gotta be done. Never write anyone off, mate. Never write anyone off. That's the way I look at it. Right, has Mrs. Poem sent me a message in Discord yet? Or not? So, obviously not quite yet. What that's all about, but there we go. Right, so France. A couple of nice DRS straights, get some decent overtakes. We see quite a few sort of overtakes, sort of in sector 3. There's some good opportunities around there. We see some good moves going into there, so hopefully we'll see the same tonight. Just trying to do something on my phone, which is going well. Yeah, there we go. Right then, Discord. What's Mrs. Fidder? Just under. Okay. Under buddy. Jay Thunderbuddy's racing in the Ferrari. Okay. Okie dokie then. Soon find out what that is. Right, apologies for that. The missus in the chat with the old Zach the cat gif. Yeah, as I was saying, Sector 3. So, Sector 3 is it's good for overtakes because there's sort of those fast sweeping bends that you can really sort of make a move on, especially down into sort of turn 11. People run wide, up the inside you go. And pick up the places. We did see on Tuesday night Mr. Poem met a wall in the rain there, so fingers crossed for him tonight he does not do the same, but who knows. Dry race, wet race, we will see. So I have put the predictions up so you can use your channel points. So as you're watching, you can use your channel points and you can bet them on the drivers, and if you select the correct driver, you then get double your points back. I believe that's how it works, something along the lines of that. So it's a little bit different to a poll. Yeah, you bet with your channel points. A bit of fun. something else I was messing around with earlier. So we're also live over on YouTube. If you have our YouTube, you can see this race live over there as well. The video will be then saved for you, so you can go back, watch it anytime you like over on the YouTube channel. So keep an eye out for additional content as well. We're going to be doing some like little, sort of, yeah, little highlights, and we'll add the old driver tier draws up there. We'll be drawing season 2 I believe we've got 2 races to go. Couple of weeks time we'll be Mr. Poem's going to re-level all of the tiers. There's going to be a couple of changes to the tier lineup, and then we'll redraw all of the drivers ready to hit season 2. Well, that's poop. I can predict a winner. You can't predict. Oh, I see. Yeah, there you go. Picking barrier out my teeth. Yes, it was one of them. To be fair, it was. Yeah. There we go. Right, let's quickly have a look at the championship standings. Here we go. So, Monaco Man is leading the way with Garrett tight on his heels, to be fair. There's 5 points in it, so it's close between them two. Poor old Monaco Man hasn't had a lot of luck recently meeting the occasional wall. There we go. Yeah, hopefully he'll pick up some good points tonight. Rusty Bolt is currently 3rd on 63 points. He's chasing down Garrett, only 5 points behind. 1 point behind him is Yeah What Chain. Now, I have heard that it is Yeah What Chain's last his last race with us due to a change in work patterns. He'll no longer be available. Yeah, Discord. I'm looking at Discord, but I'm not seeing anything. What am I looking for? Oh, there we go. Message. Okay. So Parkour King is going to be in the Red Bull, is he? Does he need an invite, or is he already in? Don't know. I don't know. Parkour King should have me added, so he can jump in a second. Right. Apologies. So rude, isn't he? Oi! I've answered. Every time I go in Discord, there's no message there. So there we go. Right. 2 of them on you now, bro. God help you. Yeah. Yeah. Gonna have to go and dig a very big hole to dispose of the bodies. Anyway, moving on. Try being married to him. Oi! Enough of that. I'm getting abused by the women. Yeah. So Prezi, yeah, he's changing job shift patterns, I believe. I'm sure he'll be able to confirm if you speak to him, but unfortunately, it sort of ties up. RNG boss, good evening. How the devil are you? Right, where did I get to? So chain. Now, Mr. Poem is in P5. So I wasn't available last Thursday because I was, doing what I do, and yeah, it looks like one second. Right. Right. I think me and Miss Finn are going to be good friends. Hopefully not. Oh, I feel bad. I'm going to get abused by you two. Right. Anyway, quickly on. So, Mr. Poem taking the win last time round. I was not around to see it, so maybe I am his bad luck charm. Who knows? Who knows? Right, why have we got... Right. Yeah, I am very, very screwed. Right. Yeah, I'm just trying to work that out now, Mrs. P. If you can hear me, it looks like we've got one too many drivers. I'm not entirely sure how that's happened. It will be it's the Ferrari. So Thunderbuddy and Ferrari is the one that shouldn't be there. Interesting. Interesting. Interesting indeed. One second, folks. Hopefully Mrs. P's reading her messages. 21 folks in the lobby. Yeah, it's going to be good, isn't it? It's going to be... We're just sorting that now. Give us a second. Here he is, Mr. Chain. Last race, isn't it, Mr. Chain, I believe? If I'm not mistaken. Right, we just need... Okay, uno seconds. Mrs. P, is she still there? Da 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 da. Right. Da 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 da. Just waiting for Mrs. P to sort out what is occurring. Yeah. Right, he's done. Good, 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 good. Good, 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 good. We need Mr. Poem to jump into his car. Right then. Right then. Out my car. Who's in your car? Who's in your car? Mr. Poem's got the ump now. Who's in his car? Get in your car, Mr. Poem. Just get it. Look. Right, let's go. Just ready up. Mr. Poem will get the old stroll seat then. Right then, let's roll. We're here. Rock and roll. Full grid. Oh yes. Let's do it. So my commentating buddy from last night, Mr. Rango, is driving tonight, so that should be quite interesting. Right then, so right, let me finish off these standings now we sorted out. Prezi is in P6, just behind Mr. Poem, and then Irish is close behind him. So there's a fairly close battle from P7 upwards, and then you've got the battle from P8 further down. So there we go, there is P8 down. A few drivers yet to score, so we'll see how they go tonight. Ferrari out in the lead, 12 points clear at the top of the constructors, so they're doing well. The Haas, Alpine and AlphaTauri team not far behind them, so let's see how they go tonight. Good luck to everyone from Chains. Here we go. We're ready for 18 minutes of qualifying and 27 laps around France. Let's go. Happy, happy days. Right then. Sort of, let's see. What is that? That's a dog. It's cat. Should have cat. We only have cats in this league. Everyone should know this by now. Let's get it. It is the Bull who is in the Alfa Romeo, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's Red Bull's in the Alfa Romeo and it's the Bull. I don't know. I get very confused. The Bull is in the Haas. That's it. It's a husky licking his lips. Oh, it's a husky licking his lips. There we are then. Right, so there's been a lot of channel points put onto Monaco Man. So at the end of qualifying, we will see. Maybe none of them will get pole. Maybe someone out of the blue will grab it. Old Log coming in with the old cat gif. Oh, it's cat gif time. We do like a bit of the old cat gif indeed. Right then, who's going first out on track? That looks like the infamous Rango. Here he is. My partner in crime from the commentary box last night. Massive thanks to him. So yeah, he is racing tonight because he was going to reserve last night, but he is too quick for talent here. He'll probably prove us completely wrong and have a right mare tonight. But we'll see. Good luck to him. Hopefully he does all right. I know he's been quite looking forward to having a go around France. It's one of his sort of better tracks, he seems to reckon. So we shall see. As for lap times, I would guess we're going to be in the 130s somewhere, roughly. There'll be a few drivers in and around there. We see a 130.7, 30.6 last night. About 1.6 seconds quicker from King Kong, absolutely smashing the qualifying. So there we go. So we'll see what times are put in tonight. Oh dear. Mr. Poem's not very happy. He's in the Lance Stroll seat. You never know. Could be lucky Lance for you tonight. Who knows? It may well work out. Right, Rango's going to set the first lap of qualifying out on the soft tyres. He is going for it. So, it'll be interesting to see what strategy people go for here. We spent a lot of time talking about strategies last night with none other than TML Joker, the strategy guru. As we had TML Be Smooth with us last night, so one of the TML crew. Nice guy, you know, sort of explaining why he got into racing and this, that and the other. So, yeah, we had a good laugh last night, and it was a bit of a Finn sandwich between the two Americans, so which was nice. So, here we go. Down through the end of Sector 2, through this, I call it a chicane, it's not really, but it sort of is. So there we go, right, out into the end of Sector 2, into Sector 3 is at a 50.7 after Sector 2, it's looking like a half decent lap from Rango, who has literally walked in from work, jumped onto his steering wheel, I think he's on steering wheel tonight, and cracked on. But we will see. Fingers crossed for him, because the last two times I've watched him race, he's ended up in a wall, so hopefully not this time. YouTube link. You want the YouTube link? If you do, this. There you go. See, look how good I am. Magic. Right then, 131.2 from Rango. First lap. First man across the line. Who's next? The Ball coming in with a 130.5 from the Ball. Great lap from the Ball. Right there. We've got FFG Stunts coming across on their mediums. 132.7 on mediums, but he was invalidated, so will not count. RNG Boss across the line with a 131.4 on mediums. Who else is out there? Let's have a look. UJGC is going to go across the line, sets a 131 dead on the sauce and a purple third sector, so he could well have a bit more pace. Mr. Chain coming in with that 130.4, so we're starting to see the low end 130s now. Absolute cracking drive from him. So far, it's a good qualifying lap indeed. So apparently, not entirely sure why it's okay. Not sure what happened there. UJGC going into the back of the Parkour King. Interesting. City Bomber knows nothing. Maybe. Right, anyway, I'm not going to say anymore before I get beaten up. Right, who's out on track? Who's out on track? Irish is about to start a lap. His teammate. Who is his teammate tonight? I can't see his teammate on there. Rusty Bolt. Rusty Bolt about to set a lap time. He is coming across the line. 130.9 from Rusty Bolt goes P4. UJGC is out of the session after that collision with Parkour King. Not entirely sure who was to blame there. Red Rocket Romeo has purpled sector 2. So, purple sector 2. Romeo. Parkour King has gone P3 with that 130.7. Prezi sitting P8 at the moment, so still waiting to see the fan favourite Monaco man set a lap. I'm assuming he is out there somewhere. ARP Jablon's on a lap. We'll see him come across the line in just a second. Is that a selfie of you, Jen, is it? Looks a bit like it. There we go, 130.6 to go P3 from Romeo. Chain is out there banging in another lap. ARP Jablon is about to come across the line. Yeah, yeah, naughty boy RNG boss, you've got his seat, he's got the ump now. So, never know, Lance might be lucky for him, we will see. So 133.2, where is the Monaco man? He's out in sector 3, so he's struggling a little bit there. So this is where everyone's money is on. Their money is on the Monaco man. That does not like Monaco, funny enough. Right, here he goes, down the final straight. Giving it everything he's got. Across the line. A 130.0, so there we go, goes provisional pole at 130.0. Great lap from Monaco man. Few invalidated laps out there at the moment. See you on the run back in. So Garrett's on the run. Garrett has purpled sector 2. So Garrett's looked pretty good pace-wise around quite a few of the tracks recently. Yeah, disappointing the fans. You are, Rango. Come on, sort it out. Still P9 though. Still in the top 10. And Garrett is on a bit of a charge here. Here we go. Garrett down the final straight. Giving it as much as he can. Across the line, that 129.4. That is rapid from Garrett. Garrett goes into P1 of 129.4. It's a great lap from Garrett. So there we go. There's a bit of pace to be found from some of the people. Jablon's just going for another lap now. Lee Houston has invalidated his lap, so he will not be setting a lap. YG Skeng is out there. See what sort of time he can set. It's a top 5k time trial. Yeah, pretty quick. FFG stunt only on mediums. One stop for him then. Yeah, potentially. He's set a lap on them. There were a couple of others that did come out in the mediums and have now swapped to the softs. So there we go. FFG stunts just put on a new set of softs. So he's potentially going to come out and put another run in. There wasn't, I mean, there was a few drivers started on mediums last night. Did it favour them a little bit here and there, but not fully, so. All depends. Garrett's time is rapid. Glad you bet that. Yeah, Garrett is pretty quick, to be fair. He is finding a lot of pace at the moment. So, yes, there's a few on-out laps. Gonna watch Skeng finish his lap, see what time he can set. Mr. Poem's on an out lap. I still have to stay away from Mr. Poem, otherwise I will get beaten up as usual. .130.5 goes P5. Good lap from Skeng. The ball's on another lap. There's quite a few on out laps at the moment. Rango's still sat in the pits. Yeah. See how Mr. Poem goes around here. Mr. Poem looking nice and smooth around this track at the moment. See what sort of time he can set. Old Sensei Poem. He's only about £100 an hour. Shudson coming in with the 5 gifted subs. What an absolute legend, Mr. Shuddy. You legend, sir. You legend. Amazing, amazing stuff. We are well on the way to that 50. What am I trying to say? Target. So, absolutely brilliant. Looks like we got one of the... Who's that spun out? Okay, no. Okay, that was a bit strange. Showing us someone spun out, but they weren't. So, I don't know. Yeah, so there we are. The old channel's building up. Trophies have been ordered for the tier winners, and medals for the 2nd and 3rd place in each tier. So that's a little bit of something we are giving back to the community here. Come on, Mr. Poem, get your foot down, get that across the line. See if he can get himself up near that top spot. Yeah, decent lap from Mr. Poem there. 1:30.2 goes P3. So the 2 Aston Martins, P3, P4 currently. Ball on another lap in sector 3. On a mission. Well, let's see what the ball can set. Gets his foot down. See if he can find a little bit of time here. Move himself up from P6. This is a good lap. Yeah, 1:30.3, so he improves and it goes P5. Romeo improves 4 tenths. It is pretty close at the moment. Just Garrett out in front. P3 for Mr. Poem, indeed. I did ride on board with him. I shouldn't have done, but I enjoyed that lap. It was a great lap from him. Right then, Rusty Bolt. Looks like he was down on time, so I'm assuming he's going for a run now. Rango's on an outlap. FFG starting to see what he can set on the soft tyres. Goes P3 with that 1:30.1. It is close. It is so close, this qualifying times at the moment. From, well, pretty much all the way down, to be fair, from P15 up to P2. There is a second in it. Literally, it's just over a second in it. It is so close at the moment. Right then, Ball's out another run. Romeo's on another run. Sector 1, there's cars getting out of the way. Parkour King, Prezi. Looking good, looking good. Here we go. So, Prezi's on an in lap. Rusty Bolt is on the charge again. Catch up with Rango and Red Bull in a minute, see how they are getting on. See if they can bump themselves up. So Rusty Bolt into pits. Whereabouts is Rango? Rango's just set a purple sector 1. He's on controller tonight, looking at the way he's yeah, steering. Right, and where's Red Bull? Red Bull's just coming round. Oh, he's just about to start a lap then. There we go, he's going to start his flying lap now. Right then. See how Rango does. We've got Garrett coming in for another lap. He is invalidated, so not this time. Monaco Man's out there. Just set a purple sector 2. So he's looking to try and find some pace. He is on the charge. Right, where did Rango's 5 tenths up after sector 2. So he's finding a little bit of pace now. That will put him, if he finishes there, it'll be around about P8, depending what he comes across the line in. Gets his foot down now. Yeah, called it. P8, 1:30.5. Good lap from Rango. Right then, who else is on that flying lap? Where's Monaco Man? So he went 3 tenths quicker, but he's still 3 tenths behind Garrett. Garrett is on another flyer. He's a 10th up as well through that first sector. He's not that much up this time though, through sector 2. So not gaining a massive amount. See what he can do in sector 3. See if he can find out a little bit of pace. Just a reminder for all the drivers that are listening in, don't forget your 5-minute break. So Garrett invalidates on that lap. Right then, so who's left out on track setting laps? ING Boss is going to come across the line. Can he improve on his P4 place? He does, he goes P3, so 129.9 moves up into P3. Chains out there, down on time. Rango's on an in lap. Skeng is down on time after sector 1. Romeo is out on a lap, currently in P10. Irish goes in 130.3, moves himself up to P7. So a few quicker laps starting to come in now. Rusty Bolt's about to start a lap. It's got a bit overcast. Is it going to rain? Are any of the drivers going to tell me it's going to rain? So, a few drivers in the pits. Here comes the Red Bull in sector 3. The Red Bull in the Alfa Romeo. I get very confused with the Red Bull and the Bull. So here we go, goes across the line. Setting a 130.4 to go P9. It's all opening up a little bit now. Romeo's a little bit slow through the first 2 sectors there. Not gained any time. Parkour King is up on time slightly. Sun for the race, there we go. Happy days. It looks a bit overcast at the moment though. But there we go. You need P11, do you, Rango? Is that because you want a choice of tyres? I'm assuming. Rusty Bolt down on time. Parkour King was slightly up. Romeo, see what Romeo can do here. Gets his foot down. See what he comes across the line in. So, improves slightly, but doesn't move up the board. Parkour King is up on time. Track really picked up last lap, yeah. A few quick times starting to go in. So, looks like Garrett's going to get that P1 start. So, those that voted Garrett have just won himself some points. So, there is your qualifying. Your qualifying is done. Choose the outcome. It's Garrett. There we go. Boom. Happy days. Boom. Everyone that picked Garrett will get their doubled up points back. So, there is the qualifying result for Tier 2. Very, very good qualifying. Some quick times in there, which we kind of expected tonight. You know, getting towards... yeah, not far off the Tier 1 times up the top there, starting to get towards what they were running, so yeah, it's all looking good. Pretty pumped one stop coming up, eh? Medium, what, medium to hards, or you're going to try and medium to soft maybe? We'll see. See how the tyres go. Right then. Right then. Couple of drivers saying new setups have absolutely ripped them to bits. There we go. Right then. So don't forget, 5-minute break. On a 5-minute break. Please do not ready up till we say, or you will be given a penalty. let's. Where's me banging tunes gone? Here's me banging tunes. Yeah, let's have a little banging tune, shall we? Let's get them tunes up and going. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Shakes when the bombs scream until our last breath, every heartbeat. You know I'll come running. If you go to war, then I'm going with you. Pick up my sword, yeah, there's nothing I won't do. When you sound the alarm and the chaos is rising, leading the charge, yeah, I'm coming, I'm fighting. Swear on the breath that I breathe, I'll never retreat, yeah, I'll be your army. When your nightmares turn to real life and the ground's filled up with landmines, we will face it standing side by side. You know I'll come running when you need. I'm coming. You know I'll come running. If you go to war, then I'm going with you. Pick up my sword, yeah, there's nothing I won't do. When you sound the alarm and the chaos is rising, leading the charge, yeah, I'm coming, I'm fighting. Swear on the breath that I breathe, I'll never retreat, yeah, I'll be your army. If you go to war, then I'm going with you. Pick up my sword, yeah, there's nothing I won't do. When you sound the alarms and the chaos is rising, leading the charge, I'm coming, I'm fighting. Swear on the breath that I breathe, I'll never retreat, yeah, I'll be your army. Like diamonds in the rough. We're shining through the mud. Soon enough we'll see the sunlight rise up and finally breathe life. Like diamonds in the rough.
Right then, I am back. We are ready. hopefully the drivers are now going to get readied up, ready to rock and roll. Now listening to myself play back on my phone, which is really not very helpful. And there we go. Right then, so Garrett at the top, 3/10 clear of Monaco Man. So that should be quite a good battle between those two out in front. Yeah, so we've had our 5 minutes. We're ready to rock and roll. I believe the driver's going to start ready up now. Someone has says possible rain, eh? Possible rain. Possible rain. That should really mix it up. Right then. Here we go. Here we go. Time for my next special. Just gonna start a new one. So a new one here. Win Tier 2 France. So I'm gonna put in a couple of others in here that I think RNG. Right then, you should be able to vote or bid on who you think will win the race. So there we go, I'm going to put a few in there for you. Yep, that'll do. We'll put those drivers in there. So there we go. Got time to vote or add your channel points. Who's going to win? See if you can pick yourself up some bonus channel points. My prediction, Garrett will be up there. Monaco Man will be up there. Now, any of the drivers from P3 down to, say, about P12, 13, any of those, to be honest, it is wide open. It should be quite a good race. Right, let's have a look at all the tyre strats. So everyone from 11 down's gone for the mediums, so they're going for the longest stint. That's interesting. So top 10 on the softs they qualified on. P11 backwards, brand new set of mediums. That could play into their hands nicely. Then again, it may not. We shall wait and see. Right then. Here we go. Just coming around the final couple of corners. Looks like Mr. Poem's holding his own pack of drivers up behind. Naughty Mr. Poem. So there we go. The front 5 runners are back on the grid. Get the grid formed up. And then we'll be ready to race. Let's get on board. We'll stay on board with FFG stunt into turn 1. See what happens. Hopefully it's a nice clean turn. There was a little bit of collision last night, but nothing too major. Right then, we're ready. Here come the lights. Drivers are ready to go. All 5 lights. Lights out. Away we go. Tier 2 in France. Good start. A few drivers making up some places there. It's pretty clean so far. There's been no contact. It's going to be tight through turn 1. They're all looking pretty good through there. Mr. Poem losing out on one place. A few cars going wide. FFG stunt is trying to hold off Skeng at the moment. Monaco Man and Garrett got a clean getaway out front. Looks like a fairly good start for everyone there. No major collisions, hopefully, and no major damage. Prezi running at the back. A little bit of an issue, potentially. But we are off and running. down into sector 2 along that DRS straight. No DRS yet. A couple more laps to go before we will see that, and then that will come into its own for the overtakes. There we go. Purpling sector 2, as you'd probably imagine. So 2-stop strategy and soft, medium, medium, potentially. Soft, medium, medium, eh? Looks like the ball got quite a bad start. Let's have a quick look at how many positions they gained and lost. The ball lost 10 places there. Lee Houston gained 5. Rango down 1. Rusty Bolt's up 5. Irish lost 3 places off the start. Mr. Poem is where he started. Skeng gained 3. So a little bit of movement there. Poor old Prezi running towards the back. Don't know if he's got a bit of an issue there. He may well have. Right then, so Garrett's already pulled a slight gap on Monaco Man. There's a few cars going into the pits, assuming they've got a bit of damage. So have a quick look, see if it's going to be a wing change. There is a wing waiting, so a bit of wing damage there. The ball has got damage. There we go. Prezi must have damage as well. He'll be coming in for a new wing. Now, do you switch to the hard tyres now and try that long stint? No, going for the mediums, so there we go. Those 3 drivers in for a new wing. Right then, what's happening out in front? It's pretty close in places at the moment. Mr. Poem on the back of Skeng. Smike is out. Smike is out. Sector 2. What's happened there? There's been a bit of a collision between a couple of cars. And Smike is in the wall at the beginning of sector 2. So it's not looked like it's gone his way there. But yellow flag. It's not showing virtual safety car or safety car at the moment. Hopefully we can just get away with the yellow flag and keep racing. There's most of the drivers around sector 3 at the moment. Right, there's a few little gaps starting to form out in front. But there's a fair old DRS train forming from P3 down to about P10. So once DRS gets enabled at the end of this lap, we will start to see a few moves being made, I would feel. So there we go, we're back to normal racing conditions, no safety car required. Right then, DRS for this, we have a long old train of DRS drivers now. They want to be trying to get in the right position to make use of that. Mr. Poem chasing down Skeng. It's a good little battle going on for P3 here. Poem, Skeng, Stunt chasing down RNG Boss. Garrett's pulled a 2-second gap up front already. So we've got, yeah, what Chain on the back of Irish. Now is Chain going to be able to find something to get past Irish here? Another one of our American drivers, even though he's called Irish. Prezi gets some warnings there for a little bit of corner cutting or track limits. Oh, we're into the pits, that's interesting. Interesting, those two going to the pits. Now, is that damage or is that a bit of an undercut? Are they trying an undercut? We will wait and see what tyres they come out on in just a second. Skeng's over the back of RNG Boss. Good little battle going on here for P3. Stunt did get past RNG Boss during that DRS straight. Making some good moves. Should start to see some good racing. ALP Lord picking up another penalty. Right, let's have a look at what tyres we've got going on here. Some new mediums for Irish and Yellow Chain. They would have started on the soft, so they've gone for an earlier stop. I wonder what their strategy is there. Right then, Poem chasing down Skeng. Skeng has DRS. RNG Boss has DRS. It's no gain, no loss. Red Bull chasing down the Rusty Bolt. Chain picks up a penalty. Parkour King gets past Romeo. Looks like Romeo may have lagged out. He's in AI mode. Looks like he is in AI mode. So he may well have lagged out there. ARP Jablon up at the P12. Rango's running in 13th now. He's got a 7.8 second gap to the car in front of him. He's got a bit of work there to catch up. Here's him hoping for a safety car, and a few drivers will be hoping for a safety car here and there. Try and gain themselves a little bit of time back, bunch the pack back up, and then we could go sort of close racing again in some of those areas. Parkour King's on the charge, chasing down Lee Houston. He's going to have a go at him on the outside here. Thinks about it, and he gets him. Great move. Great move. Great move from Parkour King, but loses out as Lee gets traction out of turn 2. So it's a good little battle going on between those guys. Just waiting for the intervals to reset, because the good old game loves a little glitch. So there must be a couple of close battles. Mr. Poem on the back of Skeng again. Skeng just off the pace a little bit. Still a good battle going on for P3 there. Monaco Man's just keeping clear of them. So that's interesting. I currently can't tell you what most of the intervals are because the game has decided it does not want to tell me. Helpful. Right, let's roll down here. What's happening? Here we go. This is the battle for P3 still. It is pretty close, those four cars running within DRS of each other. Look at this. Two of those cars are going to have DRS again. All three. There we go. No loss, no gain. Into turn 1 they go. There we go. So intervals starting to... yep, so FFG Stunt and Monaco Man into the pits for their pit stop. It's an interesting strategy. Must have been feeling the undercut is on. Parkour King picking up a penalty there. Right then. The battle for P2. The battle for P2 now is on. Mr. Poem is all over. Ooh, all over Skeng. Poem is finding the pace. See if he can get past him in the next lap or so. As RNG Boss tries to pull away, tries to get out of that DRS zone if he can. FFG Stunt gets past Monaco Man. FFG Stunt on them new set of softs from Monaco on the new set of mediums. So Rango chasing down his mate, the Monaco Man. See what he can do. See if he can find the pace to keep with him. But knowing the pace of these two, FFG Stunt and Monaco Man, a couple of the front runners from qualifying. So there we go, Garrett and Skeng into the pits to get rid of them softs. Mr. Poem carries on the softs, as does RNG Boss. They feel they can go another lap. There's a good battle between the Aston Martins of P1 now. Teamwork out in front. Good to see. It's looking good for the Astons. Right, they got a 5-second gap back to Rusty Bolt, and P3 down to P6. We're all running on 6-lap-old mediums, so they are the tyres they started on, looking to do that longer stint at the start. Garrett is in P7 on the mediums, so let's see what he can do with those. Sector 1, we got a car off. Someone struggling for a little bit grip round those first couple of corners. So Mr. Poem chasing down his teammate. Hopefully they don't get tangled up and cause themselves any issues. Lee Houston is on the back of Romeo. Looks like Romeo's managed to get his connection back, so that's good. Good news. the charge. Rusty Bolt trying to keep within a sensible distance of the two front runners. Are they going to pit? Mr. Poem goes for the pit. RNG Boss goes again. He feels the tyres have still got a bit of life in them, so it must be his setups giving him that. Off he goes, Mr. Poem into the pits. This is one of the worst pit lanes. It is slow. So slow, this pit lane. So there we go, mediums for Mr. Poem. Where's he going to come out? He's going to come out round about P10. Round about P10, back behind FFG Stunt and Monaco Man. Might even be a little bit further back here. There we go. He's coming out into P. Oh, that was pretty close. P12. P12, Mr. Poem. So, there we go. Mr. Poem is now on a mission. Right. Where's the battles? Garrett is chasing down. So Garrett's looking pretty good on that one lap old mediums. He's chasing down the front runners. He's got the DRS on Romeo. Is he going to go down the inside? He thinks about it and backs out. Probably the most sensible option there. Oh, he's going to make the move now. There we go. He has got the legs on that. There we go. What a great drive so far from Garrett, pushing his way back through the pack, showing some really good pace around here. Let's have a quick look what's happening. YouTube's still running well, which is good. That's what we like to see. Don't ask me what I'm doing. Not the most technophobes or whatever you call them. But I do my best. RNG Boss coming out on them hard tyres. Garrett making the move on the Parkour King up into P2. Great driving from Garrett so far. Rusty Bolt leads the race then. He is currently 5.3 seconds ahead on 8 lap old mediums. So he's got a bit more of his stint to go yet. Garrett will start chasing him down though on those newer mediums. So it's going to be a good little battle for P2 now. They're going to have DRS on Garrett. See if he can make the move. Parkour King can make the move. Stay in the slipstream. Gain a little bit more if you can. Romeo comes charging past there. So the two teammates. Bit of a team call there. Good bit of teamwork. Well then, FFG Stunt on his softs. Charging them down from P5. If you're a technophobe, what am I? Who knows, mate? Who knows? I love technology. Do I understand all of it? No. Do I enjoy learning about it? Yes. On one of them, I go, ooh, that looks good. Let's try that. So RNG Boss is out on hards. ARP Lord's just come out on hards. Now he's got his teammate, Mr. Poem, behind him. Is he going to get out of the way and let Mr. Poem go on the quicker compound? Yeah, we will see. We will see. Excuse me, I'm just reading about new paintball. Oh yes, paintball tournament Sunday. Let's go out in the woods. Out in the woods with 6 other men. Read that how you will. Anyway. RNG Boss is just ahead of his teammate, Mr. Poem. FFG Stunt is now on the back of the 2 Red Bulls. He is on the soft tyres though, so they're not going to last a massive amount longer. There we go, so he's within that DRS range. Here he goes. The problem is Parkour King also has DRS on his teammate, so he's not going to gain there. Rain will mean Garrett and Mr. Poem are possibly on a better strategy. If it's going to rain, there we go. They go wheel to wheel through there. That was pretty tight, but both cars getting out of there unscathed. Yeah, apparently there's going to be a chance of rain. If it rains, then yeah, it could be all change, but we will see. We will see. Mr. Swanton is still up the top of the talent tier championship. King Kong chasing you down rapidly, sir. He's looking very good at the moment, King Kong, when he can finish. He has had a couple of bad races. One where he got punted into a wall, which really didn't help him. So, yeah, it's going to be a good battle between you two for the championship, I feel. But there's also Sonic's in there. Mrs. Poem's not far off, so yeah, it could go anyone's way. FFG starts looking pretty good on these softs. How much more is he going to get out of them before they start to go off? Or is he expecting the rain? That's why he's gone for a soft stint. Get himself up the order. And then see what he can do. Right then. FFG stunt makes the move on Romeo. No brainer, that was going to happen on those new-ish softs. So there we go, he's back into P3. Rusty Bolt still out in front, still 2.5 seconds clear of Garrett. Now, when will Rusty Bolt come for a pit stop, or is he going to try and run until there's rain? We'll see. Not entirely sure when the rain's due. It would be very, very helpful if they build that into the new game, so when you're spectating and commentating like I do, I can see. What I'd like to see is what I was saying last night. I'd like to see the weather. I'd like to see their sort of how many tyres each driver's got. I think that would be quite handy. You know, bits like that. So, just little things that we can sort of go, oh, they might go to this strategy, or they can't go to that because they haven't got the tyres. Or, you know, rain's due in 10 minutes, so that's going to put us to this lap. What's that going to do for strategy? You know, little things like that just help us to a bit more insight in what's going on. So, Mr. Poem has got past his teammate now. He is on the charge. Yeah, what chains on the back of RNG Boss now. There we go, those hard tyres, not as quick as you'd hope. There we go. Having a fair old battle through there, which is good to see. Stay off me. I'm not on Mr. Poem. I was on his teammate, I'll have you know. Watching his teammate getting in his way. For those of you that don't know the backstory, I'm not allowed to watch Mr. Poem, because the first couple of times I did, every time I watched him, he either got a puncture or he hit a wall. So, and apparently it was my fault because I was watching. So, there we go. I'm not allowed to watch Mr. Poem this week. Next week I will, because I've decided I'm going to go back to watching him next week. Because I can. Mrs. Poem probably go, please don't do it. Angry Poem will be out. Right then, Mr. Chain is trying to keep on the back of RNG Boss. Get himself round the final couple of turns, get that DRS and have a go at him. So Garrett has now rapidly caught Rusty Bolt. His tyres are 6 laps newer, so here we go. Garrett is on the Rusty Bolt. He's got a lot of pace. See how he does tonight. He's doing alright so far. There we go. Only one DNF so far. Not entirely sure what happened with that one. Whoa, Garrett nearly losing the back end there. Whoa, loses the back end. Commentator's curse. There we go. So that would have been... He's lit his tyres up just a little bit. Gonna party up with me while I'm live on stream so I can deal with his swearing. That's nice, isn't it? So there we go. Commentator's curse. I'll just ruin that for Garrett. I'm sure he'll be back. He's now going to have a battle with Monaco Man, so that should be quite interesting. Monaco Man's now going to feel the pressure. FFG stunt up into P2. It's been a good stint from him on them softs. Doing very, very well. Let's have a little look at position change. So Rusty Bolt's up 13 at the moment. Romeo's up 9. Good drive from him. Yeah, see, it's me, mate Garrett. Yeah, okay. There's a few people have gained, a few people have lost. Where is the one and only Mr. Rango? Rango's still running in 13th at the moment. There's a few seconds, so Rusty Bolt goes into the pits to get rid of those medium tyres. as does Romeo into the pits. See what tyres they come out on, it'll be interesting now. Fastest lap at the moment, FFG starting at 1:33.0. Still running out in front. Right then, so Monaco Man has lost that position to Garrett. Garrett's done the business on Monaco Man there as he picked up a 3-second time penalty. Not what he will be wanting. That's now made that job a little bit trickier for him. I see the pings are going off on Discord. What's going here? They're discussing wheels that won't go round and round, which is not good. Mr. Sonic and his non-spinny wheel. Right then, so UJGC picking up another penalty. Monaco Man's trying to keep with Garrett, see if he can do that. He's on 1 lap older mediums. Oh, are we still expecting to see the rain? That's the question. Tell you what, RNG Boss is doing well to hug the back of Mr. Poem. So, I'm assuming, yeah, what chain went in for some new tyres, set of hards. So RNG Boss is going to play the back marker for Mr. Poem, I'm assuming. Mr. Poem gets himself within DRS range of Skeng. Rusty Bolt is P8 on the hards. Right then, FFG Stunt comes into the pit. Garrett retakes the lead of the race. So now that Garrett is back in the lead of the race, he's battled his way back through the pack, but he has got Monaco Man for company. Monaco Man's going to try and keep with him, keep himself in that DRS range and try and cause havoc if he can. Sector 3, we've got one of the Haas. It's a Haas that's spun. Dear oh dear. Is that a Haas? Was it a Haas? Looked like a Haas. Yeah, there we go. So Irish in the pits. New set of mediums for him. Yeah, it's definitely me, mate. It's Garrett spin. I do agree. I must admit, it's just bad, isn't it? Commentator's curse. I'm not even going to look at Mr. Poem. Mr. Poem's chasing down Skeng. RNG Boss is keeping with him. Romeo's on the back of Stunt's on the new set of mediums, so he should be able to find a bit of pace. But Lee Houston on a new set of softs, chasing down Romeo. Underfloor damage for the ball. That'd be why the pace is down a bit, sir. Yeah, there's a couple of curbs that are quite high out and about here, so you will catch the underfloor if you're not careful. You want to ride on board with him so bad. I do. Because he's going for it. Yeah, sod it. He's going for one hell of an over. He's going for it, look. I want to see him take Skeng on the straights. We're going for it. If he crashes, then I'll resign as commentator. How's that? There we go. Right. Come on, Mr. Poem. That was not very good getting out of that corner. Never mind, we'll leave him to it because he didn't do what I was hoping to do. We have a safety car. Oh dear. What's happened there? ARP Lords out on the hard tyres. At the beginning of the home straight, he's come around the last corner, kicked the back end out and end up in a wall. So we have a safety car. That changes the game completely. Should work for the likes of Monaco Man that's on 10 lap old mediums. Get a chance to come in. But what tyres? See, if it was a couple more laps later, you would say go on them softs, you're going all the way then. Right then, so the guys that are coming in the pits, we've got Romeo's on a new set of mediums, Houston's on a new set of mediums, Infamous Rango's going for the softs. He reckons he can take them 11 laps. Maybe he will, as it's slightly cooler conditions compared to last night. Let's see if that pans out for him. It's going to be bunched back up. He's going to be on a new set of softs. He could make some decent places up. We will see what happens with that. Let's see if the front sort of 4 or 5 pit, assuming they probably will. Let's see what happens. So they're all coming back round now. Garrett goes into the pits, no brainer. Monaco Man into the pits. Skeng into the pits. Mr. Poem into the pits. RNG Boss in the pits. Rusty Bolt is on his way round. He's not far behind. Let's see if he jumps into the pits as well. Now, will they all go for those soft tyres and hope they can run them? Nope. So Garrett goes for the new set of mediums. New set of mediums. Yep, so all on new set of mediums. Your top 5 are on those new set of mediums, so that will easily take them to the end with plenty left. And as Joker was saying last night, the mediums do come alive in the last few laps because of the low fuel in the car. So pretty much as we were at the start of the race, Garrett leading Monaco Man P2, Rusty Bolt's in P3 running on them hard tyres, so he's going to be surrounded by the guys on the newer mediums. Could be a little bit tricky for him, but if he can keep them hard switched on, he may well be okay. So Skeng is currently sat P4. While we've got a minute, let's have a quick look at position changes. So Rusty Bolt up 11 places, great drive from him so far. Parkour King has gained 13 places. He did have a 5-place grid penalty due to a collision with one of the drivers in the beginning. So we will review that. Obviously we can't really take that off now. But it's yeah, it's one of those. Right then, so doing well. FFG starts down 1 place. Poems down 1 place. RNG Boss is down 5. Irish down 5. Chains down 1. Romeo's up 1. Lee Houston's up 4. Rango down 2. Jablon up 3. The Ball down 8. Red Bull down 6. Prezi in the pits down 4 places. UJGC is down 4 places, running 2 laps behind the leaders. Right then, so safety car will stay out for now. So all the drivers reform. Should be quite interesting to see how this start goes. So fastest lap currently, FFG Stunt still holding it with 1:33 dead. So he's currently got the bonus point. Rusty Bolt goes into the pit. Surprised he didn't do that last time round, to be fair. I would have thought it would have been better off doing that the first time round. We'll see. May well pan out for him. Might not. So Chain's in the pits. Oh, it wasn't. No, it was, sorry, it was Chain in the pits, not Rusty Bolt. What am I on about? Going absolutely nuts. Can I show the penalties? Yes, sir. Yes, I can. There's your penalties. Currently, so Garrett has 5 seconds. Monaco Man has 3. Rusty Bolt has none. Skeng has none. Parkour King on 3. Stunt is on 6. Poem, RNG Boss, Irish, Romeo, no penalties. Lee Houston on 9. Infamous Rango, no penalties thus far. Jablon has 6. The Ball 3. Chain 6. Red Bull has 3. Prezi has 6. And UJGC also has 6. So there are your penalties. So that could switch the old top end around. Depending on what happens for the last 9 or so. Yeah, I agree. So I was quite surprised he stayed out on the hards, to be fair. I would have thought, you know, come in, take the softs, or even if you got brand new set of mediums, take the brand new set of mediums and just run it with the rest of them. But yeah, there we go. So still waiting for a few cars to catch up. I wonder if when the new game comes out, if it's going to have something in there where it lets the lap cars unlap themselves. I wonder. That'd be interesting. Give everyone a chance, and it does get lapped to sort of sort themselves out. So. Right then, another lap under safety car. Hopefully all the cars are now catching up, so this should be our final lap under safety car, so we can get going. And I think, to be honest, you might have, the front runners might have got away with the set of softs, you know. You might just get away with them, especially with those amount of laps under the safety car. Might just be within range, all depending how much degradation they get over those final few laps, how hard you're pushing, I guess. There's a few out on those softs, Rango, Red Bull, Prezi, all out there on the softs. So let's see how their tyres go over the next 8 laps or so. I think Rusty Bolt might get a little bit bogged down with all these drivers on the newer mediums around him, but if he can keep himself up and in the range and doesn't pick a penalty up, he might have a little bit of luck. Right then, as the cars head down towards sector 3, we should know if the safety car's coming in. I would assume it would. It's the pack's all bunched up again. Yep, so safety car in this lap. We're ready to go racing again. It's a fair mix of tyres in there. Some new sets, some older sets, some hards, some softs. Yeah, let's see how this pans out. Let's see who's called the strategy just right, or who hasn't. Who knows? ARB Jablon gets a... He's crashed, okay. He's hit Rango, apparently. Not entirely sure. He must have been a lapped car. I'm not sure how that's happened, but there we go, there we go, there we go. Interesting. Interesting one indeed. Right then, here we go. Garrett will now set the pace. Safety car has gone in. Garrett is properly backing everyone up. See who gets the best start. So there we go. Garrett is charging. Monaco Man's going to try and keep with him. Let's see what Rusty Bolt can do on his hard tyres. He's got the pack behind him. So here we go. Foot down, using that ERS to try and keep Skeng out of the way. But Skeng is gaining on him slightly. Skeng's going to try it down the inside. No problem at all. Just leaving each other enough room there. And Skeng through into P3. Right then, Parkour Kings on the back of Rusty Bolt. Looks like those hard tyres are not quite switched on. Stunt goes down the inside. A little bit of wheel-to-wheel action there. Mr. Poems charging stunt down as well. Oh, a little bit slippery. Sector 3, who's that? We got ARB Jablons into the pits for a set of softs. We got the ball. The ball is out in Sector 1. It's ended up in the wall. Hopefully we don't see a safety car for that. It's just a yellow flag currently. So the ball is out. Unlucky to the ball. Assuming a fair bit of damage. Tyres are smidge cold. A little bit of curb. And we're getting a safety car for that because of where it is. So there we go. Right then. This changes it again. Are we going to see the front runners come in for a set of softs and go for a charge at the end here? Or do they just stay out? So there we go. We've got a safety car because of the car that crashed in Sector 1. We should have had a little poll on how many safety cars tonight. Might have won me money back from Be Smooth. Who knows? Who knows? Right, so, did anyone pit? So all the back runners are pitted. Mr. Poems pitted. All of the back runners are pitted. No surprise there. And Poems gone for the softs. So you're going to get naught safety cars in Talent Tier. Just saying, yeah, indeed. Indeed, indeed, indeed. And no DNFs in Talent Tier either, eh? That's the tier to be in. There we go, right. So, the front runners have stayed out. Rusty Bolt's down in P5 now. Your top 3 are on 4-lap old mediums. Stunts on 6-lap old mediums. RNG Boss is in the mix. Rango up into P8. Rango on them softs up into P8, so he's got to try and make them softs last to the end now. And then a load of new drivers have gone in for new softs. There's a couple on the hard tyres, which is a little bit surprising. Down the back end. There we go. Under that rather nice Aston Martin safety car. Who's down the back? So UJGC has been lapped 5 times apparently. It's not gone too well for him tonight. Lee Houston back runner on hard tyres, which is a little bit surprising, but maybe that's all he's got left. Rango looking pretty good in P8 at the moment. See what he can do from P8 on them softs. Good chance to try and get the cars ahead of him on the restart. There we go. Front pack bunching up, so we're going to have another lap of safety car. And we should get about 5 laps of racing in. There we go. Parkour King goes into the pits again. What's that all about? Has he got some damage? That's the question. Someone else into the pit. UJGC into the pit. Yep. He's got a damaged wing. I wonder where he's picked that up from. Under safety car, I'm assuming. So that's him into the pits. Right. Not sure Poe and Parker have made the right call. Need this safety car to go back in quick. Yeah. Ideally, it's got to go in at the end of this lap to make that call spot on. I mean, Poem's P10 currently. He's got Irish in front of him on mediums. Rango's in front on the older softs. So he could make a few places, but he's not going to have many laps to do it. Parkour King running at the back of the pack now after picking up some wing damage. Not sure if there was a collision there. Could well have been under the safety car. Right. Right then. Safety car coming in. 2 words. What 2 words? What are 2 words? You're going to say like rage quit? No? More space? Yeah. Agreed. Under safety car, it's one thing we try and promote is leave the gap. You don't need to be touching bumper to bumper. You know, we've seen it so many times where people have picked up damage where you just don't need it. UJGC is apparently still in the pits, but he's not. He's out on track, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. Never mind. Right, Garrett backs the pack up again. We're ready to rock and roll yet again. Fingers crossed. We can crack on and get racing. Whoa, Stunt gets close to Skeng there on the restart. Rusted Bolt is on the back of that front 4 pack. RNG Boss goes into the pits. What's happened there? Has he picked up damage? Looks like he may have picked up damage. So that's worked in favour of the drivers that were behind him. Not so much for him. He'll go in, get those new set of softs now. Must have had damage. Yep, new wing on, so damage under safety car. This is what we were saying. Garrett's looking pretty quick out front. FFG Stunt is keeping on the back of Monaco Man and Skeng. See if he can gain some places there. So Rango chasing down Romeo. Mr. Poem is having a battle with Chain, Prezi and Irish. Nice. And Red Bull. Red Bull's in the mix as well. They're all there. Look at this for a battle. All wheel to wheel. Whoa, leaving each other a fair bit of space. No gain, no loss there. Race control. Parkour King picks up another penalty. The penalties are going to come into play here. Red Bull's all over the back of Prezi. Now Prezi's done well to get himself back on the P11 after having an issue on lap 1. So as long as you finish, you do score points, so it's worth trying to finish. There we go, Red Bull gets past Prezi there. Right then, Rango's on the back of Romeo, seeing if he can charge him down. Rusted Bolt just ahead of them on the hard tyres, struggling to keep with FFG Stunt, lost quite a lot of time there. So there we go, Garrett setting the quickest lap with 1:31.9, that's rapid. So Joker did call it, the mediums do switch on towards the end of the race on the lower fuel levels. Starting to put in some decent times now. Right then, so Skeng on the back. Well, he was on the back of Monaco Man, he's lost a bit of time. So FFG Stunts now on the back of him. Prezi's out. Prezi's out, sector 1 virtual safety car. Not good for Mr. Prezi there. Assuming he took a little bit of curb and has spun out, clipped into the wall. Yeah, on the right there. So he's well off track. Should be just a virtual safety car because we're at the near enough at the end of the race. So we no time for full safety. So it's virtual safety car. So it should be pretty much as you were. Mr. Poem on the back of Irish. Rango is all over the back of Romeo. Now, can Rango gain himself a couple of places? That is the question. He'd like to. He's got Romeo on the medium tyres ahead of him, and then Rusty Bolt is going to have a couple of laps to do it. See what he can do from there. FFG Stunt is chasing down Skeng. Can he get past him? Let's have a look at these penalties. Stunt has 12 seconds of penalties. That's not going to do him much good. Garrett's still got... Whoa! Stunt goes into the back of Skeng. Not sure what happened there. And you're going to get a safety car for that. So, there we go. Stunt is out into the back of Skeng. There we go. What a mess. What a mess that was. Not sure what Skeng was up to there. Whether he was trying to keep himself within the delta. But he stopped pretty abruptly in front of FFG Stunt there. It's not what you'd like to see. So, safety car. Dear oh dear. Oh, Rango picks up a penalty. Gone all the way through the race. With no penalties. Now has the penalty. Alright then. Lee Houston ignoring the yellow flag. Gets a 5 second for that. Dear oh dear. A few penalties out there now. Lee Houston on 14. Parkour King's on 11. Yes, I'm sure FFG Stunt will put a clip in that one. Not sure if Skeng was trying to keep within Delta. He might have got that Delta glitch. Don't know. We will see. So we're full safety car. Assuming safety car comes in at the end of this lap. We're going to get 2 laps of racing. It wants to come in at the end of this lap, really. Messy, messy, messy end to the race. Starting to look really, really good, and some good little battles for that top few spots. So safety car will come in. Safety car will come in this lap, so we're going to go racing again. What tyres have we got? Rusty Bolt still in P4 with those hard tyres. He could gain a place or two depending on the penalties. He's got to keep within 3 seconds. Rango was within a chance of bumping himself up, but he's picked up that 3 second as well, which I'm sure he'll be cursing himself over. There we go, right. Stop. So, Rusty Bolt on the 1 stopper, Rango on the 1 stopper. The rest have had a few penalties, a few stops here and there. So, Rusty Bolt's up 10 places. Garrett back in the pack right up again. Here we go. We're ready to go racing again. We're going to go. Monaco Man's back in driving. So Rango's up a place. Who's that spun out? Romeo spun out. Romeo has spun out. Or he's gone into the pit. No, UJGC's in the pit. So there we go. He must have damage yet again. Right there, and Rusted Bolt looking good at the moment. If he can just hold on to the back of these guys up front. Garrett's just put his foot down and left everyone behind. Rango gains P5, but got that 3 seconds. We got a car spun out, and that is Lee Houston that's spun out. So look at his penalties now. So Monaco Man needs to keep within 5 of him, if he can. Ahead of Garrett, gain them points, but Rusty Bolt sitting pretty. What is that you found now? Whatever that is trippy. So here we go. We're on it. Well, I'm going to set up the driver of the day vote. Let's have a quick look at where people started. So, still running with some close gaps. Mr. Poem is in P7, could bump himself up a little bit. Rusty Bolt's looking like he's having a good drive, so let's get this driver of the day set up. Right, driver of the day. Let's put in Rusty Bolt. He's had a very, very good drive on them hards. We'll have a bit of that in there. Let's see who else has had a good drive. Who else has been impressive today? Who else? I'm going to say the Red Bull's spun. Rango's going backwards as well, something's gone wrong there. Dear, he lost a lot of places there. Car caught King. And yeah, there we go. So there is the poll for driver of the day. If you're watching, jump in, put your vote in for driver of the day. So there are your choices for tonight. Your choices for tonight, indeed. Right, final lap. There we go. Drivers come across the line. So Garrett's going to lose out to Monaco Man due to the time penalty. So Monaco Man will take the win. No, he won't. He was second. There we go. So he had 3 seconds. Of course he did. There we go. Right. Skeng, 4th. Outer Poem, 5th. Orangey Boss finishes in 6th. Irish, 7th. Romeo, 8th. 9th. Parkour King. Yeah, what Chain is in P10. Jablon takes P11. Rango takes P12. And we'll talk about the rest in just a second. Right, your driver of the day vote is up. Get your votes in. There we go. Game gives Parkour King driver of the day. Good old game. Right. There we go. So, Jablon P11, Rango 12, Red Bull P13, Lee Houston P14, Stunt Prezi UJGC. UJGC did finish. Don't know why it's showing him as DNF, but he did finish, I believe, because he was lapped so many times. The Bull, ARP Lord, and Smike all DNF'd. So there you go. Garrett takes the win. Monaco Man goes P2. Garrett picks up bonus point for fastest lap as well. Very, very good drive from the guys up front. Rusty Bolt P3, the one stopper. What a result for him. Worked out really, really well. Those couple of safety cars staying on the hard tyres did the business from P14. Skeng up there as well, gaining some places. Mr. Poem up there. RNG Boss, so the 2 Aston Martins are there, scoring some big, big points. Very, very well done. A few safety cars at the end there, but it is what it is. So let's have Let's see if anyone's interested in coming having a chat. I don't know. Shall we see? Shall we see? Mr. Garrett, see if he wants to come and have a chat. Let's see if Rusty Bolt wants to come and have a chat. Probably not. They're probably all going, no, I don't want to talk to him. But we'll see. Let's see if anyone decides to come and have a chat. So there we go. That's the conclusion of the Tier 2 race around France. Interesting finish. It was a fairly clean race, and then it got a little bit messy towards the end. But there we go. There we go. YG Skeng. Mr. Skeng wants to come and have a chat, right? Come on, let's grab Mr. Skeng as he's interested in coming and having a chat. Let's have a little look, shall we? See if he wants to come and have a chat. See if he comes in. Here he comes, Mr. Skeng himself.
Yo.
Good evening, how are we? Good evening.
Yeah, fine, thank you. How about yourself?
Yeah, not bad, mate. How did that go?
To be fair, considering I don't race France, that went great.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one, that one. It was fairly clean race up until the end.
Yeah, I know. It's an interesting track, to be fair, because for me it's more the it's the middle sector that gets me really out of everything, because it's all those long apexes, to be fair, that just I struggle with.
Yeah, it's an interesting track, that, because the track limits do catch quite a few people off guard, especially because I was told that not turn 1, not turn 2, so 3, 4, that sort of chicane.
Yeah.
They've changed the limits on that apparently, so it's
as of right now.
Yeah, it's a lot stricter.
Oh.
So I think it catches a lot more people out than it used to, because you used to be able to take all of the curb in both sides of the chicane and you wouldn't get a penalty for it, but now it penalises you every time.
Yeah, it's just earlier, obviously, I remembered that we was racing at France, so I thought I'd go do time trial, and turns out I'm like nearly a whole second faster than my old time, which was like only a week ago, so I don't know what happened, to be fair. But my qualifying ended up being rubbish though, which I wasn't happy about, but I made up for it, I suppose, at the start of the race when I made up those few positions.
That's it. Seemed to get the strategy pretty much spot on, mate. And
yeah, I wore my softs a bit too much in qualifying now, so that didn't make it great when I was trying to chase everyone down at the beginning. But yeah, my race starts are pretty high, but unfortunately, I got that penalty near to the end. I think it was after we came off the first safety car. I must have caught that penalty, and I just knew instantly that was gonna play a part to me going down a position.
Yeah, it does make a difference, those penalties. I was saying it during the race that the guys that run out in front, they're close, and the penalties are going to make that difference who finishes where. So
yeah, Rusted Bolt, I think it was his strategy worked great that race. The hards really did him well in the end.
Yeah, I thought he might have pitted towards the end, but he did the right thing. He stayed out and he kept within the distance of you guys with the penalties and finished in P3. So fair play to him.
It's pretty impressive. But obviously Monaco man lost out as well. But he had a great race overall. But obviously, before the first safety car came out, all I was praying for was another a safety car, because my medium's degradation was too high. I don't understand why. I think it's something to do with my setup, but I didn't want to pit because I was one of the last ones to come onto the second stint, so I knew it was too early for me to pit, so I'd have to go another few laps, but then the safety car came out, so that was just perfect for me.
Yeah, ideal time. It worked for quite a few of the drivers there as well. Ideal time to chuck those new tyres on and go for it.
Yeah, so overall it was a great race. One of the best ones I've had for you guys in Tier 2. So
Done well. Scored
Yeah,
some good points, so well done to you.
yeah, appreciate it, man.
Right, cool. Well, enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going to try and grab Monaco Man, have a quick chat with him, and then I'm going to
Right,
call
great.
it an evening. So thank you very much, and look forward to seeing you race
Nice one.
next week.
Okay,
Right,
thank you.
cheers, pal.
Nice one. See ya.
Right then, let's see if we can grab Monaco Man nice and quickly, see what he thought of that track, because I know he wasn't looking forward to France that much. See if he wants to come and have a quick chat to us.
What's up, man?
Oh, here he is. You're live on stream, so do not swear.
Oh, you're still streaming.
I'm still going, man.
Hi,
I'm still
everyone.
going.
Yeah.
Trying to drag people in for a quick
Cool.
chat, see what they thought of that. So I've just had a chat to Skeng. He said it was a little bit tricky here and there. It was a good race up until the last few laps. Don't know what happened, but
Yeah, man. I don't know what happened. We were gonna go no safety car that race, and then everything went to, crap.
yeah, that's it. It all went a bit wrong. Couple of safety cars. I think you got restarted, and then it was safety car straight away, wasn't it? Again, so
Instantly, yeah. Well, there was some sort of, I'm sure people have said this already, but there was some sort of weird glitch in the game where it was like, it resumed after that first safety car, and I guess because it was so fast for the second one, while we were under green, the track stayed yellow and said we were like still in caution, but we weren't. We were green. And then the next safety car came out really quickly, and it was a VSC, which it didn't seem like it was because, the track's yellow, which usually means safety car. So we found that out, and then it switched from VSC to full safety car, but before it did that, it said green, prepare to go racing. And everything turned green for like 3 or 4 seconds, and people were like gunning it. The few people that actually noticed that it actually wasn't ending almost got rear-ended. I think a couple people did get rear-ended. I think Poem rear-ended Irish. That was really weird too.
yeah.
But
But I see it live
Go
on
ahead.
the stream. So FFG Stunt went straight into the back of Skeng, and he DNF. But that looked like that could have been like a Delta glitch, or like you say, it said go but don't go.
Yeah, there was some sort of Delta. Like, yeah, that's pretty much same kind of deal because the Delta was being confusing too, and the Delta ran up all the way up until it said VSC ending, and then as soon as it said VSC ending, it said green and then safety car instantly, but the track still showed as green, which was weird.
Yeah,
Um,
it was a bit strange how people were sort of going, then it all of a sudden backed up and just went. Well, that's the
yeah.
end of that. It's like, hey,
Skang just about ran back. I knew that he hadn't realized it yet, so I was trying to avoid him, but he was like trying to like pass me, and I think he realized it, and we got lucky there. But
yeah,
I tell you what, I had a good clean race, so that worked out. But Garrett, I don't know if you interviewed him. Props to him. He was so freaking fast. I couldn't even kind of keep up with him.
yeah. I tried getting him in for a chat, but he disappeared a bit quickly, so I'm assuming he had to go. But yeah, he that qualifying lap he put in to start with was just rapid. He just come out, bang that in, and then just sat there. The rest
Oh,
of the
yeah.
qualifying was like nuts,
That qualifying lap he put in was faster than my TT time. I mean, that was quick.
Yeah, he has got some pace, and his race pace as well is really good because I don't know what happened to him, but he ended up he spun out. Oh,
He spun. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
passed
on
him for a
board with
split
him.
second.
Unfortunately, so I got the blame for that one.
Of course you were. Way to go.
Yeah, so I was on board with him, and yeah, then he spun out, and then he's done the business and got himself back up to the top. So fair play to him. He done well.
Yeah, he's good at the restarts too. I think his restarts are technically the right way to do it, but it confuses some people. I think it causes some wrecks because people follow too closely. But man, I tried so hard. I wasn't even warming up my tires. I just wanted to watch for him to restart, and he get away at the perfect time, and that was that. See ya.
He finds so much like pull out of those couple of corners, doesn't he? And he's gone.
Yeah.
But
And he passed me by like a point or two in the championship with that race too. So it's going to be an interesting last couple.
yeah, it's tight at the top now, you guys. So I'm looking forward to the last couple of races now to see who takes the win. So good luck to
Same.
you for the last couple of races, and fingers crossed.
Much appreciated, man.
Right, cheers,
good
dude.
one.
I shall catch you later on.
Yep. See ya.
Cheers, pal. See you later. Right, so there we go, folks. That is the end of France for this week. So we are on to. There is a race Saturday night in the international tier. There's no Mr. Finn Saturday night because he will be out and about in London doing what he does best. Well, not really, just out and about in London with the missus. So that is me tied up Saturday evening. But it is Silverstone, so Silverstone Saturday night for the international tier. So that should be quite interesting. See how they go around Silverstone. Someone will jump on comms, I'm sure. We'll let you know who it's going to be and where you can watch that. But until then, that was an enjoyable race. I will be back Tuesday for Tier 1. And I'm sure I'll have Mr. Sonic in the comms box with me. So until Tuesday, I shall see you all then. Thank you very much for watching. Catch you later.